All right, we are live. Hello, hello, welcome everyone. My name is
Hey,
Jeremy. I'm with the one and only Mr. Josh Weinstein.
thank
So
you.
welcome. How are you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Welcome everybody to the live tonight, and happy to be with all you guys. I know we have a lot of new clients on here, some preview models, some people just getting into entertainment or wanting to learn about entertainment. And guess what? We love entertainment. So that's what we're going to talk about, right? Is that the plan, Stan?
Yeah, let's do it. So just
Okay.
so those of you who don't know, my name is Jeremy. I own a management company based in New York City. I have an office in Puerto Rico, which I am not there today. So just in case you were wondering, that's why I'm wearing the sweater. I'm not in Puerto Rico. And I represent and work with models and actors from all over the globe, all different parts of the world, and I'm excited to be here today. And I'm actually sitting in Montana. Oh, sorry, Wyoming.
Wyoming.
Yeah, I
You
just
made it
moved.
to
I just moved to
Wyoming.
Wyoming today.
Ah,
I'm in the middle of Yellowstone National Park right now. If anybody out there who's been to Yellowstone, put that in the chat. Let me know. This is not a fake background behind me. Those are actual trees. It's not a, and
thank you for clarifying. We were all wondering.
I have bear spray with me too, just so you know.
Have you seen any wildlife?
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw 7 bears yesterday. Um, Grizzlies with baby cubs and all kinds of crazy stuff, and
Yeah.
there was buffalo
Well,
running around with babies. So where are you
you got
sitting at
to
today?
you got to introduce yourself. Hello, I'm Josh Weinstein, and I own Preview Models. And I'm on a few reality shows. I'm in entertainment a lot. I'm on TLC, HBO Max, Discovery, and currently shooting a feature film, which I'm very excited about. So I'm shooting it with my son, and I can't release the title just yet. Actually, I was going to say it, but I don't think I could do that. So, but I sleep, breathe, eat entertainment. That's what I love to do, and I know that Jeremy does as well. You're on this side. Okay, gotcha.
Absolutely.
All right. So we would kind of want to open it up. Today's going to be really like an open forum of questions. Anything you want to know, television, movies, definitely into modeling. We have our preview models October show coming, and it's going to be huge. We're excited about it. There's a lot of press releases around it. And it's going to be probably one of our biggest shows that we've had. So we're very excited about it. So
Nice. And when is that?
October 25th.
Cool.
Yeah,
And where's that?
October
Where's that
25th.
located?
That's in Hollywood, California.
Nice.
And those of you that might think that this is Hollywood, California behind me, it's not. It's actually my wall.
That's a fake background behind him. I have a real background behind me, but
Oh man.
you guys
So
stay tuned. I might get eaten by a bear on the live stream tonight, just so you guys know.
uh,
So it's worthwhile staying all the way through the end.
yeah, I mean, what we do for entertainment, that's entertainment. Whether you like it or not, we're going to see if you can fight off a bear or not. So I bet the bear tears you apart.
How much you want to bet? We play wagers out there. Vanessa from Texas. Hello, hello, Vanessa. Good to see you here
Yeah.
today.
So if anybody has any questions, please drop them in the chat because we're talking everything about entertainment, pick our brains, knowledge, anything that you want to know. I know that we are traveling all over recently. Well, I'm traveling with the bad boys, of course, and we're traveling with preview models. We're finding talent all over the US and the world to be in these big shows in Hollywood. So we have some shows in Hollywood, and now we have affiliations through Spotlight with Miami Swim Week and New York Fashion Week. So big things are coming.
Nice. I love it. So traveling with the bad boys, I'm traveling with the bad bears, and we're all out here traveling. So Josh and I go way back. We've known each other for a couple of years.
Yes, that is very true. How long has it been?
It's been a minute. Yeah. I, I, I don't quite recall. but it's been a few
Over
years.
25.
Yeah, something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So what's going on with Made Management?
Oh, lots of great things. We have lots of performers all over the world we are excited about. I have performers in Australia, I have performers in Europe, Canada, US, Mexico, even, and looking for more always. So, actors and models. I have actors that are going out. I just had one that just did an audition this week for a series regular on a new series. So, can't disclose that, but we're excited. We'll see what happens. But yeah, doing good. But Josh, I had a question as we're waiting for questions to roll in here.
Let's
Feel
do it.
free to drop questions, you guys. Susan, we see you out there. How are you doing today, Susan? Welcome. So, Josh, question for you. You've been on some reality shows. Can you share with us kind of like the journey of how you got into reality show? Like, what was like? Did you act before that? Did you audition for it, or did they
You
just see
know,
you, or what happened?
it really kind of just fell into my lap. I actually had met my co-star or my person at an audition. Actually, I met her at an audition, and we kind of just became friends. And she went through preview models, the modeling portion of it. She did very well, and we became close friends. And then I it kind of just snowballed from there. Like it really just I mean, it just fell into my lap. I didn't audition for it. I wasn't looking for it. I wasn't looking for a relationship. Like I wasn't looking for anything. And it kind of just fell into my lap. And then I started filming. I did a date on one of the shows, and I thought, okay, that's it. Like I'm gonna go on a date, and we're gonna be done. And then it kind of just kept going. Like I got stuck into this crazy relationship that came along with television crews, and it was quite the experience. It's quite the experience. If you
Nice.
haven't seen my journey, you should check it out. It's on HBO Max. You can see Single Life season 3, 4, 5, and then Last Resort. So
Nice. You guys just got done. Well, I just saw the last episode of Last Resort. That was amazing.
uh
I
I don't know if
enjoyed
it's
it.
defined as amazing, but it was something. It was crazy, man. The last the tell all for the Last Resort was crazy. I think all of our emotions were just really high, and we all just had something to say, and everybody kind of just clashes at those tell-alls, and we just really want to say what's on our mind and why things happened, or why would you do this or that. And it's kind of a place where we just get to the bottom of like the truth, and like who's real, who's fake, like kind of thing. So it was crazy though, man. It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, it was like 5 parts. I was like, man, how many more parts is this going to be?
I haven't even watched one of them, actually.
You haven't?
No.
We did a watch party together. We actually did the first episode was aired while we were in Australia working together. Remember that?
That's true. Yeah, we were in Melbourne, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
we were. The first episode of Last Resort came out, and we streamed it in Australia.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Rob was with
Rob
us
was
too.
there. Yeah, Rob was there. Me, Rob, and Jamal was there. And it was definitely fun. It was really fun to watch it that way, I would say. Like because we're on the show, so we finally got to like see it all come to light, and we're like, wow, it's crazy. And then you just kind of go back and you remember all the moments that you're living through. And did I make the right choice? Like, how did this go? So it was,
And then you never know how they're going to edit you, right? Like how you're going to look because you
I
don't know.
never, yeah, that's also one thing, because, we say so many things, and we only probably see a small percentage of actually everything that we film, like a very small percentage actually makes it. And so sometimes I'll be watching, I'll be like, dang, like I thought I handled myself way better than that. And which I did handle myself way better than that. You know what I mean? But they just only get to see what they want. So
Right. Their creative editing there makes you look
the
like you maybe can
creative,
handle
yeah.
it as well.
But I mean, for the most part, like it's really happening. It's real. We're going into it. It's fast. It's craziness. There's people that don't get along with each other, and it's wild.
And what's the delay from filming to actually seeing the episode? Is it like 6 months or a year or what?
Well, I would say I'm not going to talk about like my show so much, but I'm involved with a lot of reality shows, and so I would say usually it's a good 8 months to a year, really, on a lot of the reality shows, like from when they film them to when they actually get released. And that's, I think, standard really for most reality. So you sign, contracts and, NDAs not to talk about it for so long, and then you're not able to talk about anything that like happened for, that entire time that whatever show was filming. So it's pretty tough actually.
Yeah, I bet. Devin actually has a good question here. He was asking, how do we think about AI and the future impact of entertainment industry?
Mm,
And talking about reality shows, I that's a good question, Devin. I know a lot of people are asking that same question, like, what's AI going to do with, and we've already seen AI, in movies. We've already seen special effects. We see it all the time. But we also want to see real people too. You can't have an AI walk a red carpet. You can't have an AI, you know, do meet and greets and sign and do press releases. So, um, I don't think that AI is going to take over the modeling world. It's definitely, or the acting world, but it's definitely going to take over a good portion of it. Like if you need 2,000 extras on set for a battle scene, guess what? If you can have AI and then you don't have to feed those extras and you don't have to, pay them to be there. I mean, why wouldn't you use that? You definitely want to have your main actors who are real, but that's my personal thought. I don't know, Josh, what you think. I also think that reality shows are just going to become more popular because there's no AI involved, right?
that's true. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about AI. Let me give Elon a call real quick and see. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know how like it's getting a little crazy like with the photos, like everybody has AI photos, and I don't know what to think of it, or if it's something that could be used later in the modeling world for commercial campaigns. Um, I would hope not. I would hope that we'd still be using real people. Um, so I don't really know what the future holds for AI as far as in entertainment goes.
I think that a voiceover is definitely going to be taken over by a big chunk of AI. Any voiceover work eventually, animations and things like that. I think they're going to take a big hit. I know that, some commercial TV commercials, they did like that full AI commercial during the Super Bowl, which is kind of crazy. And it was cool. I mean, we all liked it, right? I mean, it was different. But again, like, do you like real or do you like AI? Like I could watch cartoons all day long, or do I want to watch a series that Josh is on? It's
I want to
it's
watch the
it's
series that Josh is on now. There's a lot more going on.
it's
And there's
all about
emotion.
choices.
There's emotion into it. There's
Right.
passion. There's, everything with AI.
Are
You
you
lose
saying
all.
SpongeBob doesn't have any emotion?
SpongeBob is a cartoon,
Well,
Jeremy.
right, but there's no
Okay.
emotion there. I mean,
There's
I
emotion in the
cry when he
script.
cries.
There's maybe emotion in the script writing that's probably written by, I don't know, man. I mean, because there's AI like, so AI, like with scripts now too. One thing I've actually been seeing a lot of, like recently, is script generation of like movies and different TV shows that are just AI generated, all of it. And basically, you just speak what the idea is, and like a gist of what the characters are, and it comes out with like a full on, screenplay. So I don't know. That's a great question, man. That's deep, actually. I think we got to
Yeah.
go to Area 51 for that one, um, because that's, I mean, who knows? Because then you could save money on writing costs and paying the writers and also rights and the back end of it. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
mean,
That's
definitely.
deep. I like the more that I think about it, I'm like, wow, wow, wow. Like, you know,
And you know, everybody else is doing the same thing. You know, you're not the only one going, "Hey, what could we do with AI?" Right?
yeah. I mean, I've had like 4 screenplays recently sent over to me that have all been AI generated. So yeah, like now that I'm thinking about it in that sense because I really wasn't thinking about it before, you know, like
Right.
about AI.
But how good are they? I mean, I know at this point we're still kind of on the verge of, what's real, what's not real, what's AI generated, but in a year from now, like none of us are gonna know if what we're
Yeah,
watching is
that's
real.
true. I mean, right now what they're doing is they take the scripts and what's generated, and then they'll give it to an actual writer, and then the writer will come in and work off of that screenplay, but still put in the characters and put in the emotion and everything that the writer's
Right.
vision is. So
I think with everything, it's just gonna be just like that. It's gonna be kind of a morph into new ways of doing things, but yet using AI, but yet still having people. I mean, even in the modeling world, you can't AI a runway. I mean, you
no,
could. Are you gonna go watch, the next Gucci show and have all robots walking down the runway? I mean, they may do that for one of their shows just to be trendy or different, but nobody's gonna continue to go to that show if that's all it's
yeah,
doing.
I think that's maybe like for sure like a one and done kind of thing. Like it's a, this one show, it's all AI generated. And it might be like catch a quick flash or a quick buzz. But I don't think it sticks. I think it's just something
Right.
that really could be an event, like one exciting event, you know?
I mean, it's like theater. Theater's been around for centuries, and they still have theater, Broadway shows, and I mean they've done that for hundreds of years. That's not going away anytime soon either. So
Mm.
I don't think you're gonna ever lose the movie star. I don't think there may be an AI movie star out there that's in a series, like a series or sequels of movies that we all love, but there's also going to be humans because we all want to see human interaction. You know, although the AI is cool or it's like an animation. Again, like I said, I could watch cartoons all day long, but I choose not to. Some people do because that's what they love, or anime or whatever it is. But I like to watch dramas or action movies, and I don't want to see cartoons. Although, like Transformers, there's so much happening that's already computer generated, right? And like a movie like
Yeah,
Transformers,
yeah.
so
I mean,
it's
the
cool.
whole movies are done on green screen. Yeah.
Right, it's cool to watch, but you're watching it for the actors. You really are. At the end of the day, you're so. Good question, Devin. Way to get us on a tangent here.
Yeah, that
Chat.
was crazy. I'm actually thinking about all the AI stuff now. It's weird.
Susan asks, "What's my advice for mature models?" 71 years old and model. Well, Susan, that's the great thing about modeling. The modeling world's changed quite a bit, even like the last 5 years. Different ages, heights, body types, and I mean, look at even Elon Musk's mom. As a popular older woman who's still modeling in her age, whatever. I'm not sure what age she is actually. I'm sure we could ask Google or AI. But she's a highly successful model as well. So that's kind of the cool thing with modeling, is that it actually applies to all ages nowadays. The industry's changing. The one thing that hasn't changed is high fashion height requirements, right? Like different body types have been accepted, but they still have kind of that minimum height. The designers are still working with that, but I think we may be on the verge of that changing too. I don't know if like the heights are going to be a thing that sticks, with everything else changing. It'd be interesting to see what happens in the next couple of years. But yeah, any
Yeah,
age.
I would say follow your dreams. You know, you're never too old or too young to really follow your dreams. And I think that's one of the biggest things about like getting into entertainment is like the risk, right? Like you got to take the risk, you got to go for it, you got to follow your dreams. And it's always so scary because, normal life and the normal world is just, that's what everybody knows. And that's the comfort, right? And, how dare you step out of that bubble and follow your dreams. But I think that's one of my biggest things is you got to risk and really follow your dreams to make yourself happy. If it's something that you want to do, especially like Jeremy's saying, there is a place for everybody right now. There is. I mean, there's really nothing holding anyone back. You can see ads and you see movies and you see TV shows, even reality shows, and they're all ages. So, I mean, it
Yeah.
has to start somewhere. You just got to go for it. So, I
Right.
say, Susan, follow you.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. And that's the thing. You might meet with agents, and not every agency is going to want to maybe work with somebody that's different, right? Some agencies are looking for a certain look, but there's somebody out there for everybody. There's an agency out there's a manager out there for everybody, all body types, all ages. And there's opportunities for everyone too. So, there's highly successful people who are in this industry who didn't start until, mid 60s or even later, and have had huge careers, in acting. And the modeling world used to be, 20 years ago. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
when
much
you were
different, much
yeah,
different.
when you were 28 years old, you were considered, in your late years, in your twilight years of modeling, age 28, and that's completely gone now. So yeah, Susan, I think going for it. So she's got 30 years public speaking. Well, there you go. So you have the confidence, being that's the thing, about this industry is having the confidence to be in front of people and showing that confidence. People love that. So Susan, get up there, own the runway, do your thing, show them your confidence, and I guarantee good things are going to happen. You,
Hmm.
Susan, are you going to be attending any runway shows? Are you going to?
Yeah, Susan, you going to preview? What are you doing? What do you got
Yeah, let
going
us know.
on?
We're interested. We're excited. So, Josh, now you're getting into production side of things, huh? You're doing a movie.
Yeah, we're doing a movie. We're doing a feature film, and my son Jet is one of the executive producers on this film. A
Nice.
lot of friends of mine are in it. Some have a lot of movie experience. We have somebody from a really hit Netflix TV show on it. And we're excited about it. They've actually already started filming. They did the majority of the film in Winnipeg, Canada, and we're finishing up like the end of this month. We have a studio in New Mexico that we're going to be filming scenes, pickup scenes, and things like that. But we're almost done. We're almost done. I'm excited to go because me and my son are in the movie as well. So
That's cool. I didn't get the invite. Did I miss that email or what happened?
yeah, we didn't send it, but
You know,
um,
I've been in a movie before too, right?
I wish we could show clips of their movie.
I was killed in my
When you
movie.
got hit,
That's
when
why
you
he's
got
making
hit,
fun of me.
when you got hit, oh man, I've actually seen
Yeah.
that face a lot.
So go check it out. Those of you who haven't seen my movie yet, I'm promoting it today.
Yeah, if you want a good laugh, I would definitely say go check it out.
It's called it's
What was
called
it
Ghost
called?
Rock. Ghost Rock.
Ghost Rock.
Ghost Rock.
Ah,
Yeah, filmed in
ah.
Arizona way back in the day. I
But
was,
yeah,
I was,
we're getting
I think
into movie production, and I'm excited about this journey because I'm very excited about what I do with like preview models and like teaching and entertainment and getting people started in entertainment because I love it and I think it's just so fun. Like I love being in entertainment, and growing up I just don't ever think there was a place for me, because I was just always, I had to have fun with what I was doing, and being in entertainment, like it brings joy, it brings that, it keeps that youthfulness. That's why I still look so
28,
amazing. Yeah.
28.
But It's I absolutely love it. And like that's the fun part of like the business and like working in entertainment, being on set, walking runway shows, like photo shoots. I mean, anything like, being in the spotlight, shining, there's nothing like it. Nothing like it. And so that's why I feel like, you know, preview models exist, why Next exists, and these shows that we do, and even Spotlight. Like we want to make sure that you understand the business that you're getting into, that you want to be a part of. And we want to provide as much guidance as possible because we want you to be successful, as much as you want to be successful. But we just know that we have some shortcuts in our minds that can help you save time and really get you started working. So
And the important thing about this industry, I always tell even my clients, is about networking. I mean, how important is it to network? I mean, look at Josh. He just, was networking at an audition and then was now on a reality show, which led to more reality shows, which, obviously now he's producing movies and doing all kinds of other stuff. So networking is a huge thing for people to get into, and that's what Spotlight's for, is for people to be able to network, to be able to meet like-minded people who are interested in the business, to find other performers or other actors or other writers. And the great thing about this business is that people don't really stay in one place. You have movie stars who become directors, or movie stars who become writers, and the more people the 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 more opportunities you have in your career. I mean, how important was it for you networking, Josh? Like what do you
Oh, I
rate that?
mean, it's everything, it's all about who you know. And the thing is like when I first started getting into entertainment, like I made a lot of friends that were also getting into entertainment, and we've all stayed like friends throughout the years. And some of them now are movie producers, some of them are movie stars, some of them are, big time influencers, and we still kind of all have that same connection. Like we're doing this movie with friends that we grew up in the entertainment industry with, and then we're shooting another movie that we're working on with the Bad Boys, and we're working with somebody that's been a friend of mine for ages, who used to work for me. Now he's an actual movie producer. So networking is definitely key for sure. And I want to say, Susan is going to the October show, and so is Vanessa.
Yeah, I saw that.
You guys are going to have an amazing time. The show is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Jeremy's going to be there. Oh, he's on this side. Jeremy's going to be there. We have a magazine that's going to be there. There's some press releases that are going on, and we have over 40 agencies. It's going to be a crazy time. So all I can say now is get yourself ready and be prepared, right? When take full advantage of the opportunity and coming and being a part of everything and learning and just be a sponge. And then when we get to agency day, we're meeting all these agents, like prepare, be ready. Like just before I'm shooting scenes, if I know like the tell all, when I was going to shoot the tell all, I had a strict, like went to sleep at a certain time, ate a certain thing, like made sure I was exercising every single day, like getting my mind ready, because I knew next week it was going to be like some crazy rapid fire, and it's going to be, improv on television. And so like I'm mentally prepared for that. And it's the same thing with like big shows, like going into Hollywood. Yes, it's going to be Hollywood, and it's going to be phenomenal, and glitz and glamorous, all of that. But remember, it's a business opportunity, so we're coming there and we're going to take full advantage of whatever opportunity we can and just prepare ourselves for sure. But I'm excited for you both, for sure.
Yeah,
Excited
definitely.
for all of you. Yes.
Yeah, take this time. You have a couple months to prepare, and eating the right thing is just good for your mind. You eat the right foods, you can think better, you sleep better. It's good for your skin, and how important is that when you're on
Oh man.
camera
Well,
on the
what
runway?
being in entertainment, like think that's, at least for me and a lot of people that I know and I'm working with, like this is your business card, so It's all about treating it right, right? And eating right, and moisturizing your skin and just taking care of your body, because this is it. This is your business card. So you got to take care of it the best that you can.
Right.
Um,
You got to
you
love
know,
yourself,
you got
it's
to love
important.
yourself, self-love for sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
I see here, John's asking, how do you balance acting with a full-time job? Which, I mean, that's a good question. And that goes into a lot of things.
Well,
Like,
really
Josh, you're a
quick,
full-time dad,
Jeremy. Oh, yeah, I know. The
right?
thing is, John, is to keep working that job, because you have to pay bills. You know what I mean? But really focus on that acting skill. Like, focus on something, and because you want that to be like what you do full time, right? So I would say the balance comes, beforehand, with just planning, your day, your work, and then also scheduling time to like better your craft of whatever it is that you want to get into. If it's acting or modeling, like, schedule time where like you're actually bettering your craft, like just like a trade school, right? So if you went to hair school and you wanted to learn to do hair, you'd have to go train for so many odd hours. Just like if you wanted to upgrade it and you wanted to be like the person that puts extensions in, like, you have to learn it, you have to understand it and know all the ins and outs, and really just dedicate that time to bettering whatever that craft is.
Yeah,
um
absolutely. And it could be very stressful at times, I'm sure. Like, there's times when your normal life, is pulling you in one direction, right, Josh? And then you have production
Man,
life happening, pulling you in another direction.
I
Yeah.
don't know how I do it, actually. I'm every day I'm wondering, like, how am I doing this?
Well,
We
and
have the
that,
TV shows, we have the production, I'm a full-time dad, my daughter, I got to go pick her up from cheer. And
yeah, I mean, you're doing dad
oh
things, and then you're also
man,
doing, production things. Well, and that's the thing that people need to learn too. Right now, John, you're wanting to become full-time actor and get rid of your other job, and I get it, and a lot of people want that. But also know that the pressure of doing both, the difficult things, it's never going to get easier, especially when you're a full-time actor. Your life just gets more complicated, and you're pulled in more directions because you have to go to this event and do, media event over here, and do signings over here, and interview with the press for your new movie release. So it never gets easier.
yeah.
So
But what does get easier is if you make it like full time, like the jobs that like pay in entertainment, it's great. If you're really good at it and you can capitalize on it and you learn it as an actual business, like me and the Bad Boys, we did a minute and 30-second video for a sponsored company. We made $10,000 on, one little video. We shoot like a season or something that takes like a month or a month and a half. Like, you could make $100,000 in that 1 month time frame. So it becomes a lot different once you actually start getting jobs in entertainment, and that is your career, and you don't have to worry about also going to your other job. um then it just becomes your lifestyle.
right. So the pay gets better, the stress is the same, sometimes even more. But yeah, learn to manage it now, as much as you can. Obviously, there'll be opportunities that you'll be able to take advantage of with your job, and maybe some that might not work. You never know.
Yeah,
So,
dude, shout out to everyone that told me as a kid, like, enjoy these years as a kid. You don't want to grow up. You don't want to get older. You don't want to have. They're right. They were right. I don't want to grow up anymore.
well, you can just stay 28 that you are now, right? 28.
I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best to stay there.
But if I've known you for like 25 years, that means I knew you at 2. So that doesn't, maybe that age doesn't make sense there.
Well, I look good
uh,
for whatever age that is. Yeah.
Demetrius is asking on advice on how to say no to jobs or opportunities.
Mm.
You don't have to say yes to everything. Just understand that if your agent or manager uh, propositions you an opportunity, you're not required to say yes. But note this, if you say no to 12 projects that they bring you in a year, they might not continue to work with you for another year. You
Yeah,
know, it's
or find the representation that really fits you and understands, your needs and wants. You know what I mean? Find somebody that is an agent or a manager that understands really your vision and what you want to accomplish, because that's what they should be pushing you out on. Like, hey, like, so this is what I'm really passionate about, like, acting in Crest commercials, I don't know, whatever it is. But just communicate like what really is your brand, like, with your agent and manager and that team, so that they're the ones kind of talking with whoever it is about the jobs.
yeah, and don't be afraid to take risk or listen to advice either. You know, it's good to know what you want, but also listen to those professionals that are around you. And they might be encouraging you to do something, but know this: none of us are going to force you to do anything you don't want. Like, so for example, if Josh came to me, he's like, "Hey, Jeremy, you can book me any movie, but I don't want to be in a horror movie. I absolutely do not want to be in a horror movie." Well, we're not going to proposition him for horror movies. He's not going to audition for horror movies, right? That's the way it works. So, um, nobody's forcing you to do something you don't want to do. So you're free to say no to opportunities, or and be able to learn that now, but practice that in your day-to-day life too. Maybe say no to things that you shouldn't be doing. If you have an acting class coming up, but your friends want to go out that night and you're going to miss your acting class, what's more important to you? You have to say no to them, or whoever. You want to be on the Spotlight Tuesdays with us, and your friends want to go have dinner. Say no to them and join us, right? I mean,
You can do dinner any night of the week. There you go.
right, yeah. um how do you prepare yourself mentally for the career, Josh? A question
um
being asked by
yeah,
a
well, I feel like the career, how you prepare yourself for the career. I mean, I prepare myself for like the jobs, so if I'm filming a season, if I'm doing a commercial, or even if we're shooting like Bad Boys videos, the content, like, I know what it's going to take as far as to get all the shots that we need. I mean, it's going to be a 4 or 5 hour shoot. We're going to do it over and over again. We're going to be dancing, like, we're going to be tired. So I need to be resting the night before. So I just kind of mentally prepare myself, like, whatever the job is. I try to get into, okay, this is Bad Boys video. It's this song. Like, this is what I feel like it would be. And so I try to put myself into the character or the position or whatever it is, weeks prior, just to get my mind right with it. But as far as like a career, how do I prepare myself? I mean, I feel like that's something that you have to feel like, you have to know that you want to be in entertainment, it's something that just is within inside you, that like you want to be the center of attention, right? You want to people to notice you, or you want to create projects. Maybe you're a creator or a writer. And so I would say, how do you prepare yourself mentally to get started in something like that? I mean, continue your normal everyday, your job, paying your bills, and then every free moment, like, you're putting down, like, how can I further my career in this? How can I further my career in acting, or whatever it might be, and then research it. Watch, YouTube videos on actors and auditions and acting schools, and just better yourself until you're ready. And then, um, you could find a platform like Preview Models, and go through and meet a bunch of agents and see where it goes. Get the ball rolling.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what it's for, right? I mean, if you're interested in the business, anything involved with what we're doing, working in the business, but getting on that platform, networking is going to be key, because, one of these days, somebody that's on that platform is going to be in a full featured movie. And if you're a good friend of theirs, maybe they'll write you into their next movie. You never know, right? So, Josh,
That's what it's about. Yeah, for sure.
just in case people out there are watching don't know what the 90 Day Bad Boys is, can you share with them? It's the Instagram account for you guys to enjoy.
Oh, well, I believe it's just 90 Day Bad Boys, right?
Yeah, on
N-
Instagram. So those of you who have not subscribed yet, I don't even know. I don't know.
Follow
Maybe
the
we could.
90 Day Bad Boys. Yeah, the 90 Day Bad Boys kind of started. I was on a show, The Single Life, and so was my friend Jamal. He was on 90 Days Single Life. We were on the same Single Life season. However, we never met there. We didn't meet at all during the season. I didn't see him at the tell all. And then I met Rob at Last Resort. Um, we were both on Last Resort together, and we kind of hit it off, towards the end of it, and then we hung out after the show itself, and I kind of told him about the business that we're in as far as preview models and getting new actors started and new models into the industry and the shows that we do, and like they really loved it. So they started traveling with me, and it was like the three of us were all working together, and then one day we got invited to a fashion show. Actually, Jamal wasn't with us. Me and Rob got invited to a fashion show in Medellin, Colombia. And we had to wear all white to this fashion show. So we all went out and bought all white stuff. And then we went back to the Airbnb and we put on our clothes. And I was like, man, we look like we're in a boy band. I was like, let's put a song on and like lip sync it. And so me and Rob and a couple of friends, we ended up doing that. And we posted it, and then it caught fire. Like it was just like, this is amazing, and it was just like a little like a phone video. So then we got back to the States, and Jamal was all upset that we didn't invite, or that he wasn't in the video. He's like, I want to do that. So we ended up doing a Boys to Men song that we shot on the beach in Florida. And that was the start of 90 Day Bad Boys. Like we did the video and we're like, this is so cool. What should we call ourselves or whatever? And so it came up with the 90 Day Bad Boys. And we've been making videos ever since. We do commercials, we do appearances. We're looking at a feature film together and some more television shows together. So,
And
and it was all about networking,
yeah,
right? That's
absolutely. And
what it
it
was.
just kind of started as a whim. It wasn't even a planned thing. But how long you guys have only been doing it for how long now? Like almost a year or?
I think, yeah, about actually a little over a year, like 1 year. And it's a lot of fun. we have a lot of fun with the videos. We have a great dynamic. We've been talking to a lot of different television shows and feature films because the dynamic of the three of us together is actually it's really funny, and a lot of people like it. So we're just like, all right, well, we'll be ourselves in front of all you. Hope you guys like it, and so is the 90 Day Bad Boys.
So Josh, I have this idea I was going to run past you. I didn't know what you thought of
I
it.
already know this is a bad idea.
No, wait.
I
Hear
already
me out.
know it's a bad
So,
idea.
so I have two friends, right? And we were thinking about doing kind of like a remake of dance videos, but lip syncing. And we were
Uh-huh.
thinking about calling them the 90 Day Batter Boys on Instagram. What do you think about that idea?
I already knew this was not going to be a good joke.
I mean, come
I
on.
know when you're going to tell a bad joke. I know. Like before you even say it, I know a bad joke is coming, okay? I'm on television. I'm reading people all day long every day, okay? And I know when Jeremy Johnson is thinking of a dumb joke and it's about to come out, I'm like, here we go. We're going to sit through this one. The 90 Day Batter Bites doesn't exist. It would not work.
I think it
There's
would. I
only
think pretty well.
there's only one original. One original.
John has a question for us here. He's asking if most reality shows have real people in them or there are actors in them as well.
No, they're real people.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the reality shows, they're real people. Um, you know, they're real people in real situations, and it's very quick thinking, it's very improvisational, and not actors. No, no. So
And
what you
and
see is what you get.
obviously, the production teams do creative editing, right? So like even
Yeah, and
Josh
obviously
mentioned
they look
earlier.
for yeah, they look for, more eccentric people, to be on these reality shows. They don't want, some guy that's, really shy and is not going to say anything, standing in the corner. So, it is a form of still, I guess it still is a form of like acting and like wanting the spotlight and being out there. But it's really just like your real personality. It's just, it's almost like you're able to live out your this person that you're like your favorite personality. It's because they're like, yeah, no, we want you to be you, right? Like, where in your job you got to be like, oh, this certain type of person. Like when you're in a reality show, they're encouraging that personality. Hey, go ahead, have fun with it. You get out there, like, enjoy yourself.
Yeah. And then wait for the editing to see how you look.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's TV and it's entertainment, and it's meant to be exciting. It's meant to have you on the edge of your seat. It's meant for all of those moments. Nobody wants to sit there and watch, the boring moments of conversation on the couch. No, we want to see like Snooki when she's, drank too
Being,
much and she's
being
falling all
Snooki.
over the place. Yeah, we want to see Snooki being Snooki. We don't want to see Snooki when she first wakes up and she's just, making breakfast and getting ready for the day. No, we want to see her in her finest moments.
You know that show, what was the name of the show? The original show is Jersey Shore, right? Like,
Jersey Shore.
what was that, like 1990s or something like that, I think, when that aired?
No, I don't think it was the 90s. I may have been, maybe like 99 or 98, maybe late 90s, but they're still going.
Yeah,
Like,
and
they're that entertaining.
it's one of the reality shows that kind of came up with reality shows at the beginning. I mean, there were shows out there, but I think Jersey Shore kind of really set a thing. But I remember I was in
Yeah.
my office in New York, and the show, of course, Jersey Shore was on. I think it was the third episode, and she got uh, attacked by that guy at the bar on like the third episode. Do you remember the first season at all?
Oh, yeah.
You remember
I
when
was
they showed up in their
an avid
cars?
watcher of Jersey Shore. Yeah, no, I've met Pauly D. I've met
Oh yeah, you and I
Ronnie.
were at a Paul ID concert together
Yeah,
when he's
we
DJing.
were?
Yeah, in Vegas.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
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 that was
yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, and you know what I do is I think about like Pauly D, man, because Pauly D has been this personality for so long, and now he's like a DJ and it's still just going, like the same guy. It's crazy. Like I he's made he's made a full business out of Pauly D. You know what I mean? That's
Right.
crazy.
It's
If
all
you
about
could do
network.
that, if you can make a full business out of your like personality, like you've won. You've done it.
Absolutely. Vanessa says that she's following your Instagram account now.
All right. Thanks,
You got
Vanessa.
you got one more
Enjoy the
fun.
videos. They're pretty fun. We just did one with Sarper, who's on 90 Day Fiance, and it's an NSYNC video. It's doing very well. We have a new video actually coming out next week,
Ooh, I can't
and
wait.
it was exciting. We shot it in downtown LA, and it was like 2 a.m. Like we were like working till 2 a.m. like trying to get all the shots. And I wanted like a dark setting. So I was like, we got to go to Santee Alley in downtown LA. And for all of you that don't know, it's not the greatest area to be in at 2 a.m. in
It's
Los
kind of
Angeles.
near Skid Row too.
It is. And I was like, but it's going to be dope. We're going to be in these alleys. And like, I just wanted the shot. And so we were down there shooting the video, and we got a couple takes in, and it's just us there, and a few homeless people like walking by like the alley, and then all of a sudden, like across the alley, we see a car that's parked with his lights on, and then it stops in the alley and shines its brights on. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get all these guys killed. What am I doing out here? And it was actually scary
What's it,
because
did they get
the
out
guy,
or did they say anything or?
no, he left his lights on, his brights, and we're in the alley and we're just looking at this guy. There's me, Rob, Jamal, and Justin are there. We have, thousands of dollars of camera equipment, and we're dressed up making a music video in Santee Alley at 2 a.m. And so this car starts going like, and then it starts coming really slow at us. And I was like, oh God, what's happening? So like we're like all up against the wall, like Jamal was ahead of me. So I was like, okay, well, if they start shooting, I'm just gonna start running that way. But anyways, so the guy rolls down rolls by real slow. You can't see anything, dark tinted windows. And I was like, oh God. I was like, we have to get out of here. So then he drives up like 20 feet, stops the car. And so I'm like, all right, guys, let's go. And so like we get all our stuff and we start walking. And then this guy opens up the door in the driver's side, and it's a thug looking guy. And he stands up and he's like staring at us. And we were like, we booked it out of there, man, because
He was
it was
probably looking for your autograph. He was like, "Hey, are you guys the 90
no,
Day Bad
I
Boys?"
don't think he knew who the 90 Day Bad Boys were. I think that it was a very dangerous situation I put us in. And, like, I was like, oh, guys, I'm sorry. Like, I really wanted to get the shot, but that was, we definitely risked our lives here.
So my question with the story is who got out of the alley quickest?
Probably Jamal. Jamal, I mean, he was,
He's faster.
yeah,
Who
I'm
was the
out of here.
last?
Oh,
Who
I'm
was the
out of here.
last one out?
Justin.
So Justin's the camera guy. If those of you who don't know Justin, he's on some of the videos. But Josh takes the same approach as I do while I'm here in Yellowstone. You know what they say, when you see a bear, you're supposed to like stay still, and if it charges you, you're supposed to not move and wait till it attacks you, and then you play dead. And I'm thinking that's the worst kind of advice. I like just stand there and take it. So what I've learned is hike in groups and just run faster than the slowest person. That's basically what Josh did. He ran faster than the slowest person out of the alley, so he knew he was good. So when I'm up here in bear country, that's my same plan.
Yeah. Well, little different situation. But
Same
yeah,
results. Same
it was
results.
crazy. But like it's all about the shot, like the cinematography behind it and the visuals, like we really
It's gonna,
put a lot of thought and effort into like a lot of these videos that we do. Because we want people to enjoy it and get like the experience of whatever the song or whatever, even the project, if you're an actor or a model. Like, I mean, you want everything to be right. We want to give you the full experience. We're entertainers. That's what we have to do. We have to entertain. The show must go on. And so, never lose that creativeness. Like that's what drives all of this is, knowing that
so
you can do it.
so is that video dropping, you said this week or
Next week. Yeah,
next
next
week?
week.
So when we're watching that video, we'll know Josh risked his life for that video. We'll all
Yeah,
appreciate it a little bit more.
we might even have to do like an actual video on top of that, just to be like, let me tell you the backstory about this.
John has a question for us here. He says, kind of the same question that Susan had for us earlier. He's at 68, and he's wondering if his career can begin at age 68 or if he's following a false challenge. Absolutely not, John. I mean, there's actually a few well-known actors, very successful, who started late in life. In fact, let me pull that up right now, see if I can find him on Google.
Well, what do you want to do, John? You want to do commercial campaigns? You want to do acting? You want to model? You a singer? You a dancer? What do you do? Want to know a little bit more about it.
Right. Yeah, there's hold on, let's see. I'm gonna ask Google. Successful older actors. Let's see who pulled up. Yeah, I mean, really, they need people for everything. I mean, think about it. You might not be a leading man in a 007 movie, right? At your age, or maybe you could be. I'm who's to say that you couldn't be, but uh, you could be a reoccurring role in a TV episode. You could be, at age 68, you could maybe play somebody's father, somebody's, you know, grandfather even at that age, and have a reoccurring successful career. And they need, if it's a brand new TV show that's being produced and they need somebody that's in their 60s, they're going to put that casting out. They're going to be looking for people. So it doesn't matter when you start. Obviously, you would be competing with some people that may have been in the business for the last 30 years, but sometimes that doesn't matter. You're the right fit. You have the right look. When they're
Yeah.
casting for roles, uh, what people need to learn when they're casting for auditions is you're going to hear no more than you hear yes. And most of those no's are not your fault, right? It's not about you. So you could produce the perfect audition tape, but maybe they open up that audition and maybe they see somebody like me and they're like, "Oh, he's too handsome." We needed somebody a little more less pretty. And that's not
No,
my
I would
fault.
say
I can't help it.
the best piece of advice, John, is to go for it, man.
Yeah,
To go
absolutely.
for it and just don't look back, like know that you can do it, work on it, better yourself, better your craft, and do it. That's what I would say, man. Like you're never too old.
Absolutely.
And yeah, go for it. Take that risk.
Yeah, some actors who started late in life: Viola Davis, Samuel L. Jackson. Uh,
Harrison Ford.
yeah. Oh yeah, Harrison Ford. He was like I think he was 58 or something like that when he shot Star Wars. Something like that. Don't quote me. Don't just ask Google. But yeah, John, you're in the right place. You're doing what you want to do. If you're passionate about it, if you love it, yeah, absolutely. Go for it. Susan says that with some websites on casting that they cut off the age around 60, 65. But remember, age is a state of mind, right? And when they're casting for somebody who can play that age, that role. So that's why when you're over the age of 18, you never tell them how old you are. You just say I'm over the age of 18. So if you're 68 and they're looking for somebody 65, if you look like you're 65 and can play a 65-year-old, then audition for that role, right? Submit on that role. If you're There's some people that are like 35 and still audition for like 17, 18-year-old roles, but it's just how they look. So yeah, so never let age be a deterrent for what you want to do. But good questions. Well, we are getting close to wrapping up our time here. It's been great hanging out. I love it. Next time, though, we should have like the people that are on here vote for which song they want you to do next on the 98 Bad Boys.
Mm.
We should have some special giveaways or some special something like that, right? Like,
Yeah. Well, we have a lot.
exclusive.
We have a lot that we're talking about for sure. So,
Yeah.
I guess it just comes down to time. I'm filming actually next week for television. Um,
You have
actually, the next
you're in
two
production all
weeks.
next week.
Huh?
You're in production next week, all next week.
Yeah, next week I'm in production, and then I think 2 weeks after that I'm doing it again. There's a lot coming up, and we have the movie we got to shoot. Man, just got to keep on going. Got to keep on going. Yeah. So thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate you guys' time, and
Stay
key
tuned for a
moments
few
for
months.
tonight is follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. Take the risk. If you want to get into entertainment, do it. Do it. We have this amazing platform Spotlight. We do many lives. We have agencies on, we have influencers, we have celebrities. We also have training videos of how to get into entertainment, what to do, and the do's and don'ts. So follow us along, get some guidance, and go for it. Go for
Yeah.
it.
And I did not get eaten by a bear, those of you who stayed all the way through the end. So sorry to disappoint you.
Sorry
But
about
maybe
that, everybody.
Maybe next week.
All right. Yeah, I believe I will see you guys soon. And Jeremy, you're on again when? Saturday, right?
Yep, Saturday.
Who's
Special
on
guest on
Saturday?
Saturday. It's a very special guest. I'm excited about it.
Ah, okay. We're keeping it secret. Okay, okay.
We're keeping it under wraps. No, on the lounge, it'll announce it there. If you go to the event page, you'll see who I'm with on Saturday. So come and join me there. I'd love to see everyone, and we'll have some fun together, and we'll answer your questions, and think of questions too during the week. Don't forget to hit us up. Josh and I are on the platform too. If you guys have questions, we do check that throughout the week, and something we talked about tonight, feel free to reach out and message us directly, or something you want us to ask a special guest that's coming up, you can always reach out as well, and we'd love to do that for you guys. So good seeing you again, Josh, and enjoy your production next week. Have fun.
All right. I'll see you guys next time.
Say hi to Jet for me.
I will.
All right.
Bye.